with the music of Dick Stabile and the voice of Della Reese, the Navy swings. This is George Fenaman for your United States Navy and Naval Reserve, presenting the world's outstanding exponents of jazz. From New Orleans to Chicago, from Dixieland to Progressive, from the pulsing heart to the tapping toe, it's the 2-beat and 4-beat of true American jazz. On deck are the great names of jazz: Pete Fountain, Bob Crosby, Dizzy Gillespie, Murray McEachran, Charlie Barnett, Buddy Cole, and featuring this week, Dick Stabile and the voice of Della Reese. Dick Stabile, you've been billed as the master of the saxophone ever since you first organized your own band. And when was that?
That was just previous to my Coast Guard days, George. That would make it around 1940. Those were my traveling years.
Kind of a contemporary music man going from town to town, huh?
Yes.
Figures. You're a Gemini. Means you have an inclination to travel.
You're kidding. But come to think of it, May 29th is Bob Hope's birthday, too.
Yeah, the travelingest man ever.
Yeah, we sent each other happy birthday telegrams for years.
For how many years?
George, speaking of traveling, I just happen to have a few directions to the land of Kismet.
From the musical hit Kismet, Dick Stabile swinging off with Baubles, Bangles, and Beads. As a high school graduate, you are eligible to serve your flag as an integral part of our great Navy team. When a young man chooses the Navy for a career, he is showing his dedication to a heritage and his eagerness for a career he can fill with honor and pride. What's more, he's displaying his good judgment. For along with these attributes, a Navy career offers unlimited personal rewards and a future that's as bright and secure as the effort you make toward it. High school graduates throughout our nation should make it a point to get all the details about a Navy career from their local Navy recruiter. Service with opportunity and reward when you go Navy. Now let's welcome Della Reese with a question. Della, you had your own group at one time, didn't you?
In my college days, I formed a singing group, and we were gospel singers and called ourselves the Meditation Singers.
You must have had a background in gospel music then.
When I was 6, I sang in the church choir, and then when I was, about 13, the wonderful Mahalia Jackson hired me to sing with her group. I was with her for 5 summers, and like Dick, we traveled a lot.
Are you a Gemini too, Della?
No, I was born in July, the sign of the Cancer. I'm known as one of the moon people, and we're given to travel also.
Well, maybe we could persuade you to take us on a journey to that nearest heavenly neighbor then.
George, after you turn the lights down low, you might just talk me into flying to the moon.
Well, let's fasten our safety belts while Della lowers the lights.
The lamp is low, the lamp is low. Dream beside me in the midnight glow. Oh, the lamp is low, I tell you the lamp is low.
and watch the shadows come and go. Oh, the lamp is low. I know I turned it low. While you linger in my arms, my lips, I will say I love you so. Come on and dream the sweetest dreams you'll ever know. Because the moon is high, the lamp is low. The lamp is low. The lamp is low. The lamp is low. After the lights go down low, ooh, baby, you know, there'll be no reason for teasing me so. When the dancing is through and folk get to be few, I'll be here sitting with no one but you. And I'm gonna be needing you so. After the lights go down low, after the lights go down low, baby, you know, there's gonna be no good reason, no reason for your teasing me so. We cuddle up real near without any fear. I've got that sweet talk, just the kind you want to hear. And I'm gonna be needing you so. After the lights go down low, why not fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars? Please let me know what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, please kiss me. Why not fill my heart with song? For you I'll sing forever and more. Because you're all I long for, what I worship and adore. In other words, please tell me that you can be true. In other words, the lamp is low. The lamp is low. The lamp is low. The lamp is low. And while you linger in my arms, my lips, they'll say I love you so. Come on and dream the sweetest dreams you'll ever know. Because the moon is high, the lamp is low. The lamp is low. The lamp is low.
Della, Reese, we don't often have medleys on the Navy swings, but I promise you that that's one we're never going to forget.
Thank you, George. But don't you forget it's time to talk about the Navy.
Coming right up. You know, most young men are delighted at the prospect of planning their future as part of the mighty Navy team. They know that when they go Navy, they're not only serving their country, but assuring themselves of a good future. The Navy is always ready to reward dedicated service, and Navy men sense a personal reward every day of their career, for they have pride in their calling. The Navy invites all high school graduates to serve their flag in the great tradition of Dewey, Halsey, Farragut, Jones. You can pick up your invitation from your local Navy recruiter. And don't be surprised if you run into your friends at the recruiter's office, for they're just as anxious as you to play an important part in our mighty new Navy. Bring honor to yourself and win the admiration of the entire free world. Go Navy. Well, Dick Stabile, let's get back to the subject of albums. This cat really blows, for one.
You know who was responsible for that, don't you? Louis Prima. Out of the blue, one day, Louis decided he was going to hire a studio, arrangers, top musicians, and get me to do a bunch of solos. Before I knew what happened, we were sitting in Dot recording studios and listening to the playback. Louis suddenly barks out, "This cat really blows."
He meant you, of course.
Yeah, and the people at Dot said that's the title.
Which should bring us to something from the album, huh?
An old favorite, George, a Duke Ellington standard everybody knows.
An American classic, sophisticated lady, with a classic touch of Dick Stabile.
That sax was great, Dick. Who did the arranging in the album?
You might say I had a bit of help in that area. Billy Vaughn, Billy May, Ben Homer, Mel Rogers, and David Rose.
Oh, that's pretty good help. And speaking of help, I'm put to it to enlist yours for one final chore we have here, Dick.
You need a quick arrangement on a theme, right?
Oh, sad but true.
Think happy, George. Always remember, you never can tell what's going to make a hit album, even the theme.
The Navy Swings with Dick Stabile and Della Reese. This is George Fenaman inviting you to swing to the Navy in the weeks ahead. Thanks to the station you're now listening to, we're able to present such favorites as Shelley Mann, Paige Cavanaugh, Buddy DeFranco, Cal Jader, the Dukes of Dixieland, Andre Previn, and many more. Vocally watch for Joni Summers, Sue Rainey, Helen O'Connell, Keely Smith, Mel Torme, to mention only a few. They're all coming your way on The Navy Swings. And now remember, there's an important job waiting for you when you join the Navy. With the music of Dick Stabile and the voice of Della Reese, the Navy Swings. This This is George Fenaman for your United States Navy and Naval Reserve, presenting the world's outstanding exponents of jazz. From New Orleans to Chicago, from Dixieland to Progressive, from the pulsing heart to the tapping toe, it's the 2-beat and 4-beat of true American jazz. On deck are the great names of jazz: Pete Fountain, Bob Crosby, Dizzy Gillespie, Murray McEachran, Charlie Barnett, Buddy Cole, and featuring this week, Dick Stabile and the voice of Della Reese. Dick, when a conductor attains the stature you have, there's a tendency to overlook the fact that he may also have quite a few compositions to his credit.
No doubt about that, George, but I can prove to you in 10 seconds flat that I'm no Cole Porter, Sammy Kahn, or even a Paul Anka. You can count the hits I've had on a duck's fingers.
Well, Dick, much in the way of genius has gone unrecognized in a man's own lifetime.
Nobly said. But my composing is usually a matter of necessity, like when I left Sinatra in 47 and worked at Slapsy Maxie's. This new comedy team comes in and needs some original music real fast. Well, I put on the coffee pot, and 48 hours later, Martin and Lewis had the music they needed.
Well, Dick, in spite of your modesty, I say let's have one of your own tunes for an opener.
Just to be agreeable, here's something called Anybody's Riff.
Dick Stabile opening with Anybody's Riff. And if the title still applies, Dick, we'll take it.
You've got it.
And I've also got about 1 minute to talk about the Navy. If you're a high school graduate, you know that freedom-loving people everywhere are looking to you to perpetuate the precious liberties which America symbolizes. Because you have that diploma, you're now eligible to serve your flag as part of our great Navy team. When you go Navy, you're showing the world that you recognize your responsibility in these perilous times. You're showing your dedication to a heritage, your eagerness for a career you can fill with honor and pride. Together with this, you're showing your own good judgment as far as your own future is concerned. The personal rewards and benefits available to those who make the Navy their career are far too numerous to list here. Why not visit your local Navy recruiter and get all the details on this career that offers opportunity, rewards, and service to your country? And now let's say hello again to Della Reese.
Hello again to you, too, George Fenaman.
You think we'd have a hit if we set that to music?
I don't know, George. Two men named Lerner and Lowe are a lot more talented in the hit department.
Oh, true. They have turned out such things as Paint Your Wagon, Camelot, My Fair Lady.
And from that last show, I'd like to do one of the happiest songs ever written.
I could have a dime all night. I just could have danced all night and still I begged for just that little bitty bit more. He made me feel like I could spread my wings and do 1,000 very silly little things I never even thought about doing before. I just don't know what made him so very exciting. But this I do know, my heart just took flight. Yes, and this much I know. When he came over to dance with me, I could have danced all night. Yeah, I could have danced all night.
Spreading her wings, doing 1,000 things, Della Reese, insisting she could have danced all night. And Della, we could have applauded just as long.
I'm speechless.
Then let's talk about me. You see, George, when you talk about composing tunes and then play something by Leonard and Lowe, you have to be modest.
Well, possibly.
You know, George, Dick's great saxophone was relatively unknown because he spent so much time backing up just about every great singer in the business.
Well, there's no denying that your album, Dick, This Cat Really Blows, has finally exploited you for the instrumental star you really are.
And there I spent 20 years in a sweater sitting at Schwab's soda fountain waiting to be discovered.
Della, did you spend much time in Schwab's?
No, I was 3,000 miles from Hollywood. I did a record for a local label in Detroit, and Erskine Hawkins signed me, and then Jubilee Records gave me a chance to do some sides.
But you're with RCA Victor now.
Yes, I signed with them in 1959, and we recorded a tune adapted from Musetta's Waltz from Puccini's opera La Boheme, and it became a hit.
That was called Don't You Know?
Thanks for remembering, Dick.
And I better remember it's time for Della to sing again.
George, I'd like to do Swing Low, Sweet Chariot.
Wonderful. Here's Della Reese.
Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. There was a band of my God's angels, and they were coming after me. Coming for to carry me home. If you should get to heaven just that little bit before I do, they are coming for to carry me home. Tell all my friends I will be coming after you. You see, they're coming for to carry me home. Swing low, swing low, sweet chariot, it's coming for to carry me Isn't it wonderful? One day God's gonna send a chariot to carry me home.
One of the great stars of the music world, Miss Della Reese. This year, thousands of young men are graduating from high school. For each of them, this is a year of decision. It is a year of opportunity, a year to build on, a year like no other in their history, or the history of our nation. The decision, what to make of their lives. All of these young men can serve their country as part of the mighty Navy team while they build for themselves a brilliant future. Opportunity? Nowhere but in the Navy can a young man find such an outstanding opportunity to meet his patriotic obligations while learning any one of 60 specialized skills. Every young high school graduate can build the defenses of freedom while building his own knowledge and experience. In all the years of our history, there has never been a time more right for the young and patriotic American to go Navy. Ask your Navy recruiter how you can serve yourself and your country as a member of today's modern Navy. And now, Dick Stabile, what's new?
Something old is new, George.
Can I play too?
Sure, Della. The rules are simple. George and I have some purportedly clever dialogue which introduces a new arrangement of an old tune called What's New? Then you and George listen while I play.
Good, I like the game.
And Dick, you go first. Dick Stabile asking, what's new?
Are we still playing the game?
Sure, Della. Now George says, what's new in the way of themes?
All right. What's new in the way of themes?
And I say, nothing. Just the same old Navy Swings theme.
And I say, it's time for the theme.
And I think I lost my turn.
No, it's Dick's turn. Play, Dick. The Navy Swings with Dick Stabile and Della Reese. This is George Fenaman inviting you to swing to the Navy in the weeks ahead. Thanks to the station you're now listening to, we're able to present such favorites as Shelley Mann, Paige Cavanaugh, Buddy DeFranco, Cal Jader, the Dukes of Dixieland, Andre Previn, and many more. Vocally watch for Joni Summers, Sue Rainey, Helen O'Connell, Keely Smith, Mel Torme, to mention only a few. They're all coming your way on The Navy Swings. And now remember, there's an important job waiting for you when you join the Navy.